So here with City legend Donnie Gillies. Donnie, welcome back to Ashton Gate for a new season. How excited are you to get things underway again?
I'm very excited. Hopefully they have a better season than they did last year. Get off to a good start today and go from there.
Yeah, for many fans, obviously the new season brings a lot of excitement, but today as well, there's a tinge of sadness, of course, as we pay tribute to your teammate, your mate, Chris Garland.
Very much so. I mean, Chrissy was just an incredible lad. Funny, hard-working, could score goals out of nothing. When he wasn't playing football, he was one of the funniest guys you've ever met. I mean, luckily we knew his second wife, Ruth. She worked with my wife, my second wife, like Louise. They worked together for many, many years, so we knew each other for a long time. But no, Chrissy was a legend. He'll be sadly missed.
And we're going to talk about two different aspects of his life. Let's first talk about him as a teammate. What a player he was to play alongside.
He was unbelievable, scared of nothing. I mean, there wasn't much of Chris. He's one of the strongest guys I've ever met in my life. Fit, every day in training, he was just incredible. A true professional.
And as a friend off the field, he obviously meant a lot to you.
A great deal. We had some great times together. My wife, we used to have a house in France, and he used to come over. And but Chrissy was never a drinker or a smoker. And you give Chris 2 glasses of wine, and he was bubbled, you know. He didn't mind admitting it, you know. He just wasn't a drinker. A true professional, like I said.
We're expecting 23,000 people to pay tribute to him today, and I think for everybody that was part of that team, it's going to mean a lot, I think.
Very much so, and for Ruth as well, who happens to be here. It'll be lovely for her, good memories, and God rest the man.
Here with the City legend Geoff Merrick in the Legends Lounge, of course. Geoff, welcome back to Ashton Gate. First day, any first day nerves for you?
Well, no, I suppose if I was stood at the top of the tunnel with a ball under my arm and the crowd were roaring my name, I would be. But as it stands, I'm quite happy, excited, but not nervous, no.
Looking forward to the start of a new season, I suppose.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's always start of a new season. You have all these wonderful thoughts about maybe getting promotion or winning a cup or... So yeah, it's a glorious moment. I mean, it was the same years and years ago when I played as it is today, I'm sure. So everyone today will be thinking that maybe in 6 months' time we'll be at the top of the league and on our way to promotion.
Here's hoping. Now, today obviously is an emotional day, full of excitement, but also emotion for you, I suppose, because today we pay tribute to your mate, Chris Garland.
Yeah. Well, Chris... to explain my relationship with Chris would be very difficult, take a long time, but we met, I would say we've been friends for 60 years, and during that 60 years a lot of time was spent at Bristol City. Before that we were Bedminster boys, and Bristol City was the most important thing in our lives. We used to play here, play in the car park outside, climb the gates to get in at half time and all this sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, it was a wonderful time that we had. So today to be the first game of the season, and ironically to be against Preston North End, who I believe were actually the team that Chris Garland made his debut. He made his debut against Preston North End all those years ago. So today, and with all the people, all the players that turned up, all his friends, all sort of ex-superstars, massive emotional day, massive.
Yeah, and you were in a privileged position of knowing Chris as a teammate, but also as a friend as well. So today really is going to be an emotional one for everybody to see 23,000 people, showing their respects to him today.
Yeah. I mean, Chris would have enjoyed a day like today. You know, he was a massive man. He could talk to everyone. It was all very interesting. He loved football, and for me, it was great to have a friend like Chris. And Chris had a tremendous sense of humour. He could cope with all sorts of problems. He was a strong, real strong player. If he was playing these days, I would think he was probably going to be worth 30 or 40 million. So for me to call him a friend, and the very first time we met, I would have been 9 and he would have been 11. And that day, it was a local derby between Luckwell School and South Street School, which is Bedminster again. And he broke my nose. So I was never going to forget him, was I? Because I've been left with this nose from when I was about 9, something like that. So he's a great man, and if I go on too long and too much, then it will start getting to me, I'm sure.
Well, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Geoff, and hope today goes well for you.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a great day today, and the number of people that have turned up is just telling me exactly what I think of Chris, that everybody else just loved him dearly.
Thanks for speaking to us.